Hi, this is Helen from crystalsandcrochet.com. In this video tutorial I want to show you how I do a whip stitch join. Okay, so I've got two different pieces here. The first is just a normal square made with double crochets. The second piece is a panel made in rows, and we've got some solid double crochets, and then we've got trebles and single crochets in there as well. So when we've got pieces that are different stitches to join together, the whip stitch is one of the nicest, easiest ways to join together. Okay, so what we need is a yarn needle and some yarn, and I'm going to use a totally different colour here so that you can see very clearly what we're doing. Okay, let me just cut off a length of yarn there. Okay, so on the square we've got our corner. So this is a chain 2 corner, so there's one chain there that's going to count for joining down the side, and then each of our stitches all the way down count as one, and then again we've got a chain in the corner there. If you find it easier and more helpful, put yourself a stitch marker in the first stitch that you're going to work into and in the last stitch that you're going to work into. So I'm just going to pop one into that last stitch. Okay, so again we've got the chain 2 corner, so it's just that last one that I want to work into. Okay, so I'm going to work into that chain space and all the way along these stitches and into this chain space. On my panel here I've got double crochet, which counts as 2 stitches on my join here. Okay, so I've got double crochets, which are 2 stitches. I've got single crochet, which is just 1 stitch, and then I've got trebles, which are 3 stitches. Okay, so just put your squares together, hold them together. You can work on the wrong or right side, it's completely up to you, but the join won't show. Okay, so you're going to work through the back loop of your stitches. So again, if I turn this the right way, we can see that here is our chain stitch, so that's effectively the first stitch that we're going to come through once we turn that round. And then we're working along the sides of these stitches, so we're going to make sure that each double crochet matches with 2 stitches, each single crochet matches with 1, and each treble crochet matches with 3. Okay, so very simply all we do is come through the back loop of that chain space and through the side of the double crochet and pull it through. Okay, and then effectively with whip stitch it's almost as if you're rolling the stitch as you go along. So through the back loop of the next stitch and through the side of that double crochet. and pull through the back loop, next stitch, next double crochet, next stitch, and again into the double crochet and pull through. Okay, now because I'm using a really contrasting colour yarn, you can just about see those stitches in there. If I carry on a little way, okay, so we've done that one, so here's our next one, and here we've got a single crochet, so we're just going to do one in there, and now the next three are all going to go into this treble. So we've got 1, 2, 3. 1 into the single crochet I've got there, and then 3 for the treble. Okay, remembering it's the back loop of those stitches that we're working through and into the side of the stitch. Okay, so now we've got another double crochet, so that's 1, 2, and now the last double crochet. So we've got 1, and then that last chain that I put the stitch marker into is going to go into the bottom of that double crochet. Okay, that is a whip stitch join. If we pull it a weeny bit tighter, it hardly shows, and particularly normally, obviously, we would be using the same colour yarn as our square here. So if you look really closely, you can see where we've gone through the back loop here, and it sort of stretches that loop out. Because this would be exactly the same as this, it wouldn't show. Okay, let me show you. Okay, so here we go. So now I've done the whip stitch join with the same colour as the square, and as you can see, you can't really see the join at all. Okay, and it very firmly holds those stitches in place. Okay, but it also gives a nice, neat, flat join, and equally flat from the back. Okay, so that is a very, very simple, basic join, and it's called the whip stitch join. You work through the back loop of the stitches, or if you're working into the side of stitches on rows, you match 2 for every double, 1 for every single, 3 for every treble. Okay, thanks for watching.